Welcome to the Product Business Podcast. This is your number one podcast for the tips, actions, and insights to make more money from your products while enjoying your life. I'm your host, Amy Winslow. Let's dive right in. Hello, we are talking about the extra thing in the box. Sounds rather mysterious, right? But let's face it, we all love presents. This is an idea that I got from talking to a couple of different business owners. It's a massive company in Louisiana. It's called Stuller Jewelry. And I'm very fortunate that I was on the executive team of the Manufacturing Jewelers and Suppliers of America. And I got to talk to the owners of Stuller Jewelry, Matt Stuller. And now, to give you an idea, imagine talking to the owner of a family-run business that grew to the size where every day, get this, a FedEx 747 plane arrives exclusively for their shipments. They fill a 747 plane every day just from their one company. That's pretty spectacular, right? So I was talking with Matt one day, and we were talking about marketing and how they grew the business, and he started laughing, and he goes, Amy, we had this funny experience happen recently. We've been doing this thing for a long time, and we decided to stop it for cost cutting. So here's what they've done. They've been doing this one thing for years, and I had seen them do it because I had opened their packages. And so I can attest to how powerful it was, right? And he confessed that they didn't realize exactly how powerful it had been. They decided that years ago they decided this, that they would include a Dum Dum lollipop in every package. And now Dum Dum lollipops are made in Louisiana, rather near Stuller's factory. And so they decided they were going to use Dum Dum lollipops, and they were just going to throw a lollipop in each package. So they did that for a long time. And then somebody in the accounting department got the bright idea that, the Dum Dum lollipops really, they're costing us a little bit on every shipment, and they're really not what we're paid to do. So, we'll stop putting them in the packages, right? Well, within a matter of a couple of days, Matt was telling me that they started getting all these customer service comments and questions going on. And you know what it was? It had nothing to do with the merchandise. It had nothing to do with the product. It was receiving clerks opening the packages and not finding the Dum Dum lollipop, right? Not finding the lollipop. And they were like, hey, well, I noticed there's not a lollipop. What's going on? There wasn't a lollipop. Turns out that inside stores, jewelry stores, and companies that they were shipping to, their packages had been getting opened faster than other product packages because of putting a lollipop in there that, as Matt confessed to me, literally cost them probably pennies in the volume that they did. I mean, they are filling a 747 plane with shipments every day, right? So they deleted this practice and created customer service problem. And they had to go back to putting Dum Dum lollipops in there because what happened is the receiving clerks in different companies would actually kind of fight to see who got to open the Stuller packages, because whoever got to open the package got to have the lollipop, right? So we humans will do a lot for a little extra. So the extra thing in the box for them was a Dum Dum lollipop. Now, the extra thing in the box for you might be something different. For example, Johnny Cupcake. Johnny Cupcake has an amazing brand. And I spoke to Johnny, who runs Johnny Cupcake, John Earle, and we were speaking at an event together. We were both on stage, and so I asked him some questions about his branding, and he very graciously answered things. He's pretty awesome. So here's what Johnny does. Now, this is totally on brand for him. And if you don't know what I mean by that, go listen to the previous 2 episodes of this podcast. I think it's episode 56 and 57, where we talk about branding. Okay? So Johnny Cupcakes brand is really fun. It's kind of got a playful, it's a little bit zany, and he has raving fans all around the world. People have tattooed his logo on their arm. Literally, he was sitting in an airport one time and he looks over and there's this guy near him with his logo tattooed on his arm, with Johnny's logo tattooed on his arm, right? So Johnny Cupcake does this interesting thing, kind of a take on the Stuller practice, only they put random things in there. Like, you could open a shipment from Johnny Cupcakes, which is a t-shirt company, by the way, not a cupcake company. You might open your shipment and find a Barbie doll head in there, or a G.I. Joe, or a plastic bracelet, or a piece of candy, or a stick of gum. Not a pack, but a stick of gum. It's random things that are just kind of meant to surprise and amuse, right? The other thing that they do is they will actually sometimes handwrite messages on the shipment box. And John will go down and he'll do some. He'll take a Sharpie marker and he'll run down to the shipping dock and he'll write a couple messages on them, right? And it creates this sense of play. Now, you have to understand, with their t-shirts, they do limited edition t-shirts. Like, one of their t-shirts was, it was a limited edition, only offered during breakfast hours because it had a breakfast theme. And when they opened the store and they put those designs in the store, they actually gave you breakfast with the shirt that you bought, right? So there's this real sense of brand and play. I highly encourage you to go look at Johnny Cupcake. You'll really enjoy it if you're a t-shirt collector. They actually have collectors of t-shirts all around the world. So this idea of giving a little extra something, a little extra in the box, is very riveting. And the psychology behind it that's been tested and proven is that the random surprise means more than the thing that we know we can count on. And so a random surprise really catches our attention, right? And our company uses that. We have surprise presents that we give to clients in our product success program. They'll get a few surprises, and I can't tell you about it because if you're ever in the program, there won't be surprises for you. In our product mastermind, we do added trainings. We do added bonuses. If I notice that everybody in the group seems to be hitting a certain point and they need a little bit of training, I'll record an extra 15-minute and we'll drop it in. Or in this case, this particular mastermind group, you can join it still. You can apply to join it. And we are doing something that is such a big give. It was inspired by one of our other clients, and everybody in the group is getting to participate. It's not costing them anything additional. There's no extra investment at all on their part. We are taking care of all the logistics of it, but it will put them in front of about 150,000 people in a really, really gorgeous way. And it's an added bonus, right? It's an unexpected, our version of an extra thing in the box, which actually is going to pay for many of their memberships completely. So if you think about your product and think about, well, what is the extra unexpected thing? If you're an Amazon seller, maybe it's that you're dropping gum in the package, a stick of gum, or you're adding an extra something, an extra little piece. It doesn't have to be big, but it needs to be something that is a surprise, that is kind of fun, that's on brand. And I want you to really explore that because it's kind of a sense of play for you too. It's rather fun to do. So with that, everyone, if you want to apply to be in the product mastermind, I would love to see what your project is and what you're up to, and make sure that it's a good fit for you before you invest in that. You can go to products2profits.com/mastermind. There will be a link in the description of this podcast. And we do have our new book available for a digital download for you for free. And that is at turnproductsintoprofits.com. So turnproductsintoprofits.com. I would love to connect with you. So please enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be talking with you soon. You have just listened to the Product Business Podcast with me, your host, Amy Wenslow. Subscribe, review, and share our podcast on Apple iTunes, Podcasts, or Google Play. Until next time.